Hey guys, so in this video I'm just going to be showing you how you can pull your tile JPEG into Photoshop and knock out the background of your image and scale it up so that it perfectly fits a 3" by 3" tile. So I have Photoshop pulled up here, but I'm just going to move it over, and as you can see here I have an example tile that's been scanned in from the desktop computers on the second floor. So you just scan in the whole page, and it's okay that there's background here because that's what we're going to be knocking out in this tutorial video. So I'll go ahead and exit out of this. What you're going to do is you're going to open up Photoshop 2023 and you're going to create a new file. It may ask you how many pixels you want. You're just going to change it to inches, and you're going to have a 3 by 3" board, and I would change the resolution to 300 pixels per inch because that'll give you a really good file quality. So now you have your board here, and you're going to see there's a lot of toolbars and options, but there's only a few that we're going to need for this part of the tutorial. So what you're going to do is you'll click and drag your tile onto your board, and then you should be able to click this little check mark here. And the next step, right now I have what's called the marquee tool selected. The marquee tool allows you to select parts of a single layer, and then if you single click you can deselect. But what I want to do is select the tile and delete everything else. Now the first thing you're going to want to do, your toolbox may look slightly different from mine, but this is the layers toolbar here, and then you have all of your tools. You'll probably have your tools here on the left and the layers on the right, so maybe I'll move that over so it's a bit less confusing. Here we go. So we have the layers and the tools. You're going to right click on your tile layer, and you're going to scroll down here to where it says rasterize layer. Now what that's doing is it's taking your JPEG that comes in as what's called a smart object, and you're turning it into a rasterized layer, which basically just means a layer that's made up of a bunch of pixels. So when it came in, it technically wasn't made out of pixels yet, but what you're doing is making it so that you can edit and cut out the parts that you don't want. So you're going to now click on this tool, which is your lasso tool. You'll right click and then go over to the polygonal lasso. Now that you have that selected, you can Alt and drag with your scroll wheel to zoom in, and just click the 4 vertices of your tile and just get it as close as you can. So now that I've selected the area that I want for my tile, I'm just going to right click and select inverse. So now everything that was previously not selected has been selected, and I'm just going to click backspace, and that will delete everything. So now, once you have the background cut out, you can click M for marquee, that's this little box here, and just single click, and that's going to deselect everything. And again, you hold down Alt and scroll with the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. So I've done that, and I have my 3 by 3 box. Now what I need to do is adjust that tile here so that it will match up with the edges of our box. So you can click V, which is this sort of like the transform tool. So now you can move your box around, and if you click Control T, that's going to allow you to scale and rotate your object. So again, that's Control T, and you're going to just line up one of your corners here. I may line up this corner, and you can rotate it a bit to make the edges more parallel. There we go. And yeah, just scale it up and try to get it as close as you can. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, and I say that because once you get it as close as you can with the scaling, you can adjust small imperfections with the distort tool. So to distort your object, you're going to right click and click on Distort. And that allows you to use these vertices here on the four corners to drag just one part of your image, so it will kind of pull it up or down depending on the direction that you guide it, and that just helps you to get it a little bit more polished, so if there's any distortion in the scanning, it sort of cancels that out. So now you have your nice 3" by 3" tile, and it's all scaled and it's ready for the adjustments, which will be the next video.